MPW stock is kind of going a little bit crazy after hours. A lot of trades happening, fluctuations in the price, and it's because, well, management dropped a bit of a doozy of a press release announcing some, I think, big news, and it seems like it's positive. Essentially, this news relates to their liquidity, as liquidity is the major concern for shareholders right now, as there are a lot of debt maturities coming due in the next few years. Their ability to preserve value on their balance sheet and pay down debt is basically paramount. So let's dive in and see what they just did. So the headline here is that Medical Properties Trust sells a majority interest in Utah hospitals, generating $1.1 billion of cash proceeds. And that brings their total liquidity transactions to $1.6 billion, or 80% of their 2024 target.
Just saying that gave me a semi.
Also, for those of you waiting to hear about the dividend, we are getting paid the dividend on May 1st. If you remember in my last video, I mentioned that there has been some discussion amongst MPW investors that they were waiting for some liquidity transactions to close. And after the Prime deal closed, I speculated we may hear something about the dividend in the coming days. And guess what? A couple days later, here we are. They both announced another transaction closing and the quarterly dividend. Now, that liquidity transaction that they just completed was the sale of multiple hospitals in Utah. But actually, they only sold a majority stake. They're retaining a 25% interest in the venture. The fund paid MPW $886 million for their 75% stake in the joint venture, and also gave MPW an additional $190 million of secured financing on their remaining 25% of the venture. Together, that adds up to $1.1 billion. In their last earnings call, they had alluded to certain sophisticated investors and funds being interested in some of their assets, and this is just what they were most likely alluding to. And they've mentioned also in this press release that they are now confident that they will exceed the $2 billion liquidity target that they set for 2024, and that they are actively negotiating for additional transactions. So it seems, at least near term, the liquidity situation is starting to look pretty decent. I will share the press releases and their links below so that you can check them out in their entirety. I just wanted to be sure to fulfill my commitment to update you all as soon as there was news regarding the dividend and liquidity. As always, if you enjoyed the video and appreciate the updates, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and make sure you're checking out all my videos, not just the MPW ones. Just released a pretty good video earlier on Starbucks and my personal watch list price for that. Make sure you thumbs it up for the algorithm. Join Discord, link in the description. Also, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Macho Mog, link in the description there as well. Take it easy.